Oh, I see him. He got it. He got it. Pulling. So we're gonna land him. We're gonna land him. We're gonna land him. There we go. There we go. We're just bouncing it. Hello YouTube, Real Shooting here. We're out at the Evergreen Park again. This is where I caught, I want to say 8 bass at the smaller pond. Well, it was 6 over there and 2 at a very small pond over there. But I want to try the main pond because this is where we didn't catch any at all last time. And we got all the new lures today, the new backpack, and I brought 3 poles today. We already have one tied on, that's the hula popper. And then I brought the drop shot rig and a Texas rig weighted. All my new lures are in the backpack. And the challenge is to just catch them on the new lures. I think I'm going to start off here with the hula popper, and if we don't get a bite on that, I might try the drop shot rig or something Texas rigged. We're just going to try a lot of lures here. And then if that doesn't work, we'll go to the one where I have more confidence in with the drop shot rig. You guys stay tuned. Alright you guys, so the drop shot rig is what caught him last time. And I believe the little Berkeley 1-inch minnow should get bit fairly quickly here. Just rigged it on the nose like that. We're just gonna swim it. I believe it should get bit. Let's see. We're gonna give it a cast out there. The drop shot rig is what did really good here. I was trying the hula popper for a while, but we're not getting bites on it, so we'll switch out to the drop shot rig, see if we can get them again. If they're there, they might just live there somewhere here. Maybe it's like a lot of grass. They like to stay in there. Oh, I see him. He got it. He got it. Followed it up. I saw him come out of there for it. Check that out, guys. The Berkeley 1-inch minnow. Wow, and he's angry. I do not want to get the hook in my hand. Let me see. Very small bass. Very nice. Barely hooked. Oh, actually, yeah, I got him. Top of the mouth. Ah, there we go. Quick release. He was ready to go. Alright, you guys, so we caught 1 bass on the 1-inch minnow here, and then we had another bite, but it took the minnow and it didn't get hooked. But in today's video, we're trying to catch them on all the lures we got new. And this is another one, the Gulp 2-inch pinched crawler. It's in all this liquid here, so I bet it has a strong scent. And then it says 400 times more scent dispersion than other soft plastics. I believe this is gonna get bit fairly quickly. Oh yeah, it smells strong. Whew. I wanted to smell that. Oh man. Let's just grab one of these. Very slimy too. See that? It looks like a real night crawler. We're just gonna put it on the drop shot rig. Where's my little hook? Right here. I'm just gonna hook it on the nose too, or maybe a little bit lower, somewhere right here. I believe they're gonna try to swipe at the whole thing. It should get hooked. I'm gonna put this in my pocket. Hopefully it doesn't leak in there. Oh yeah, it smells strong. I can smell that from here. It's over there. Let's give it a cast out there, see if we get bit. Somewhere over here we're gonna get bit, I think so. I was just reeling it in slowly. There we go. Oh yeah, that's the bluegill. Check that out, you guys. Very nice. Good sized bluegill too. Now you want to watch out for the spines on the back. You can see it's opening them up. Oh, now I closed them. Nice looking bluegill right there. Check that out. And we still got the lure on here. Just got hooked on the bottom of the mouth. There we go. She's bleeding a little. We're gonna get the release. There it goes. The little pinch crawler is tore up, but we're still gonna rig it on there and see if we can catch one more fish on it, and then we'll try out another lure. So far we got a small largemouth bass, and then we got the bluegill. So we knocked out 2 lures already. 2 lures, 2 fish. Let's see if we can catch one more fish though. I don't know if it still holds the scent in there after using it for a while. Oh, there we go. This one's pulling hard. Oh yeah, that's a good sized bass right there. That is a good sized bass. I can see it, I can see it. Come on, reel. Oh, it's getting in the grass. Oh, that's not a bass. We got a catfish. Haha. We're catching everything out here. Look at that, you guys. Small catfish right here. I'm gonna get the pliers for this one. The good thing is he didn't swallow it. So now we caught 3 species. Wet my hands real quick. Oh, these are very slimy. Yes. There we go. He's bleeding. Nice little catfish. We're gonna let him go back into the water. So far we've caught 3 fish. We caught 1 on the little gulp 1-inch minnow, and then 2 on the little pinched crawler by Berkeley. But now we're gonna try a little hard bait, and I want to try one of these little jigs. I feel like this might work here. We have a lot of bass, bluegill, and catfish. Let's see if something will bite this. If not, we can try the little chatterbait also, the little spinnerbait, or the little rooster tail. Let's tie this on real quick and we'll see if it catches a fish out here. There we go, finally. We got the bite we were waiting for, right along the grass. Oh, and it's a good bass. So long we waited for a bite and we got him on this little jig. It's a good bass. I'm gonna tighten my drag a little. And he's fighting it. He is fighting it. Wow, look at that pulling. You guys, this is exciting. He was digging down. Ooh, that is not a bad bass. He saw me, he got scared off. He's swimming. On this 6-pound line, it feels pretty good. Look at him pulling. Oh, he came off. No! He shook it off. It was right on the edge of the mouth. You guys, that's pretty upsetting that bass came off. That was the biggest one of the day. And it was definitely my biggest one, what it would have been out of this pond. It looked like 1.5 pounds. And the lure was just barely on the side of its mouth. When it jumped, it came off. I wish we landed that bass. Oh well. We gotta try and catch another one. I just threw it on the edge of this grass. I was thinking maybe there's a bass here, somewhere on that edge. Wow, look at that baby turtle. That is a little turtle. Oh, we got something. All right. That is a big bluegill, you guys. Check that out. Oh, man. That is a slab of a bluegill. Whew. Looks like it's missing one eye. Oh, man. This bluegill has seen better days. If he can see still. At least out of that one eye he can. Let's see. Okay, open up. Oh. Relax, I'm just getting the hook out of you. Relax. He's angry. He does not want me to help him. He's a mad bluegill and a big one also. Look at him, look at him, look at him. We got you now, we got you now. Actually, I gotta bring you to the pliers. That's a pretty good sized bluegill. Has a red eye on it, look at that. At least we knocked out this jig now, finally. Oh, he got mad. Look at that size of that bluegill. Very nice, very nice. Don't be mad at me, bluegill. Don't be mad at me. Oh, there he goes. Look, he's right here. Swimming off slowly. Very nice bluegill. Very nice. Alright, you guys, so I tied on the rooster tail now. We weren't getting any bites on the little spinnerbait, as well as on that little chatterbait. We didn't get any bites. So now I believe this lure should be pretty easy to catch them on. It's a 1/8 ounce, black and red with the chrome blade with red on it also. And there's dirty water. It should be easily seen. Also with all that little flash. You can catch bluegill and bass. I'm sure other species as well. This is a lure that I have a lot of confidence in, so let's see if we can get a bass on it real quick. It keeps casting off to the right, and I don't like that at all. Man. We're getting bites. There we go, finally. After so long of not getting bit. Oh, and it's swimming with it. I don't know if it's a bluegill or a bass. Might be a bass. Oh yeah, it's pulling hard. Oh yeah, that's a bass. That might be that same one from earlier. Guys, this bass is pulling. But we're gonna land him. We're gonna land him. We're gonna land him. And he pulls hard. He saw me. He saw me. Ah, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Oh, he's biting me. Haha. Very sharp gums. Wow, you have sharp gums, bass. Huh. Barely hooked with one treble. Very sharp gums on this bass. Wow. Let me try to grab the grippers real quick. This bass has some very sharp gums. Wow, his gums are sharp. Let me get the pliers. Barely hooked on the side of the mouth. We're gonna get a quick weight on this one. This must be one of the biggest ones in this little pond. I think this is the one that bit earlier. Alright, we zeroed out the scale. Oh, it's almost a 3-pounder. 2 pounds, 7 ounces. 4 ounces for the gripper. So this is actually a 2 pound, 3 ounce. Nice 2-pound bass on the little rooster tail. Biggest bass of the day, finally. Striked it right over here along the grass. Very nice bass, very nice bass. Very sharp gums on this bass too, wow. We're gonna let it back in now. Very sharp gums. Oh, he's angry. Let's get him back in the water. There you go, swimming back calmly. That was a very nice bass right there. 2 pounds. This is my biggest bass out of this little pond. Caught him on this little black and red rooster tail. With that 6-pound line, it was pulling. I had to tighten the drag, and you gotta keep tension or it will come off. And that bass was pretty angry. He had some very sharp gums. I was like, wow. We still got thunder in the background. We're gonna see if we can catch one on another lure real quick. It might be raining near us. It's not raining here. You guys stay tuned. So we could still hear thunder. It sounds like it's over there. We're gonna try this crawl lure for a little bit by HD Craws. I got it on a little Ned rig. See if that can get a bass. That wasn't a good cast. We'll work with it for now. Oh yeah, I could see lightning. We might have to call it quits here in a little bit. Oh, and we got one on the first cast. You guys. Oh, and it came off. That was amazing. First cast with the HD crawl. We gotta get another cast. It wasn't even a good cast. That lure looks very real. It's a brown craw. I didn't know. I don't know if these bass ever seen a craw in here. That was crazy. After so long of not getting the bass to bite anything on the moving baits, a bass just attacks this craw very fast. I mean, it looks very real. And I was talking about all the thundering over there. I gotta fix this line, man. We're gonna get bit again. See all those frays? I don't like this line at all. Spider wire fluorocarbon line, no good. It was in a yellow box. Lifelike. Let's give it a cast out here where we got that big bass. Maybe he'll be back for more. I prefer to catch a bigger one or another one. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're just bouncing it. Oh, we got you on the big rig, boy. Woo. Is that the same bass? It looks like another one. Oh, it feels pretty heavy. It feels very heavy. Oh, man. This might be like a 3 or 4 pounder. Wow, it feels heavy. Pretty meaty. I wonder if this is a new PB. They're all so angry. Right on the top of the mouth with that craw. You see that, guys? Very nice. Where's my pliers? That's a big bass, you guys. It has to be at least 3. Close to 4 is my guess. Now again, we didn't zero out the scale. We're doing that real quick, 0, 0. We gotta account for the grippers. Oh, it's a 2 pounder. 2 pounds, 12, 13 ounces, 11, 211 minus 4. It's like a 2.7, 2.8. Keeps moving a little. 2 pound, 8 ounces. That's not a bad bass right there, you guys. That's a very nice bass. Wow. Oh, let me get a quick picture. I never have pictures for the Instagram. Whew. He bit the HD craw. That craw looks very real. Definitely a good lure. Very healthy looking bass too. For this small pond, they must be eating real good. Wow. I'm gonna let her back in now. This is not the same one. I thought it was gonna be the same one. Oh yeah, he's ready. There he goes, back into the water. Well, you guys, that was pretty good lure right there, the HD crawl. After a tough day of fishing, we couldn't catch him on the chatterbait. We couldn't catch him on the spinnerbait. And then we barely got one on the rooster tail. But right when I switched to this HD crawl, I never heard of this brand, HD crawl. I searched it up on Instagram. I think you can see they're like a small company, but they make some pretty good lures. This little lure right here looks like a very realistic crawl. And I mean, it got bit on the first cast. I just wasn't expecting it, so I didn't hook into it. But over here, when I threw it, about 5 casts later, we ended up catching that big bass, 2 pound 8 ounces. That's not bad for this little pond. Now it makes me wonder what the bigger ones are in here. I'm gonna keep throwing it, and that's on that small Ned rig, you can see. So when it's in the water, it actually faces up. It looks like a real crawl. And I'm just swimming it, it's going backwards. Just like a natural crawl would do, it would jump backwards in the water. You guys stay tuned for more. Alright you guys, so we got a good amount of fish here. We got, I want to say 3 or 4 bass. I don't know if you want to count the ones that came off. One came off on the crawl. The other one that was big came off on that small blue jig with the white jig head. And then earlier in the day we caught one on the, what is it, the Berkeley 1-inch minnow. And then the other one was on the little night crawler from, I want to show you the lures. How about that? I keep forgetting the names. Let me see real quick. The Berkeley Gulp Alive 1-inch minnow. That one caught us a small bass. And then the Gulp Pinched Crawler. That's a 2-inch night crawler. You could see all the little juice in there. That one caught a pretty good sized bluegill and a catfish. And then we tied on a couple of other lures that weren't getting bit. That was the chatterbait, the spinnerbait. We tried the hula popper. Topwater bite was not on today. Or the moving bait, because we couldn't get any on those moving baits. But then we did catch them on that rooster tail, which technically is a moving bait. But with that flash, it was able to attract that bass that we caught right over here. I believe it was the one that we missed earlier. Who knows? But we caught him and we were able to bring him in. Had some very sharp gums. So that was a pretty good sized bass. That was a 2-pound bass. And then we got one on the HD crawl over here. First cast. And I just started reeling and I felt the tension. Didn't even set the hook. He came off somewhere here. And then when I made the other cast with the HD crawl, a couple casts later, we caught that good sized one over here. 2 pound 8 ounces. That's a pretty good lure on the Ned rig. Very nice lure. But the bite has really died down a lot. I'm pretty sure, since I've already fished this a lot in this area, they're probably not here. I could probably try that side over there. But I think what I'm going to do is try to catch a big bass from that small pond over there where I caught him last time on a lizard. Maybe he'll bite the crawl, or I could try to catch him on another lure. That way we can keep trying different lures that we got on the $100 haul. Alright you guys, we're gonna call it a day now. It's getting pretty hot. It's still pretty cloudy. Not as much thunder as there was earlier, so I don't know. It probably rained somewhere near us, but it didn't ever rain here, so that's good for us. Didn't have a bad day of fishing at all, because we did end up catching those two 2-pound bass that were over 2 pounds. And I will show the lures that caught the fish today. So the first lure that caught us a fish was the Gulp Alive. It's a 1-inch minnow. We had that on the drop shot rig. That's what caught us our first small bass. It was a largemouth bass, but it was a small one. And then later we tied on the 2-inch pinched crawler by Gulp. You can see it has that scent in there. More scent dispersion. That's what caught us the big bluegill, or one of the big bluegills, and a catfish. Pretty exciting right there. Also did that on the drop shot rig. And then later we tried some more lures. We tried the chatterbait, the spinnerbait. Ah yes, I did forget to bring out one more lure. I brought out all the lures that caught us the fish. The chatterbait and the spinnerbait did not get us a fish. Neither did the hula popper. They didn't want a topwater bite at all. We also tried the, what is it called? The bait ball by Live Target. They did not bite this at all either. It really wasn't a moving bait kind of day. We did end up catching one on the rooster tail though, which which I have tied on here. That was the black and red rooster tail. That was one of the big bass, one of the ones that was over 2 pounds. And then another lure that did catch us, it was a pretty big bluegill, was on that little jig. That was the one bluegill that had a red eye and one eye missing. Pretty exciting catch right there. We still got a couple more lures to try out, so we're definitely gonna have to come back. I'll put that up later. There you can see the hula popper that we tried. Did not get bit. The little rooster tail did. And then we also caught one of the bigger bass was on this, the HD craw. I put it on a small Ned rig, perfect for this lure. So it just falls and sits down with the tentacles up. They float, and you can just bounce it, or you can reel it and it'll go backwards like a normal craw would. There's the pack of those by Tackle HD, the high def craw. So it comes with 8 of them. I thought it says the color. Oh yeah, Table Rock Craw. Hopefully that shows up on the camera. Table Rock Craw. Pretty good lure. It got bit on the first cast, but I wasn't expecting it, so no hookup on that one. And then we did end up catching one of the 2 pounds bass on that. And then another thing, as I was walking the bank, I found this pack of stickies, 1/0 wacky rig, and drop shot. Looks like there's about 4 hooks in there. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. Don't leave your trash behind, guys. And yeah, it's a pretty good day of fishing. I never knew there was 2 pound bass in that smaller pond. And I tried fishing this one here at the end. No bites at all. This pond is the main one, and I feel like, I don't know, the bass are just never wanting to bite in here. I tried that smaller one a little too, but since the sun is so high up and it's a very shallow pond, I feel like they really dig themselves into the grass along the edges. And it's hard to cast in there without getting hung up. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you like it. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.